everybody, I just wanted to update you on our bonding. Things are going really well, better than I had expected. I just figured I'd take a chance. This is Twix, and he is, I guess I would consider him like a trauma pig. He is rescued. He was returned 3 times underweight, and they just weren't really sure about whether he would make the comeback necessarily, because he just refused to eat. And he's been doing great with me. He's settled in. He still, I think, could use some more weight, but he's an anxiety pig. What are you gonna do? So it's just gonna take time. And then I recently rescued Bara and Cappy, and they're kind of have a similar feel, like very skittish, but you know, just putting my hand in, getting them used to like handling, and like hands are friendly, taking our time with them. So because of their personalities, I thought that maybe this might work out, because they all come from kind of a similar background, and I don't know. Although you could see that's very nice. See a little, he was just doing some rumble strutting. Twix will go and kind of like throw his dominance around, but you could see that, you know, Bara is eating, Twix is eating, and everything is okay. There are moments where Twix decides to let everybody know that he wants to be the boss, and so far everyone's kind of like submitted. Every once in a while, when someone's in a hidey and someone doesn't really want to give it up, you know, we might get a little bit of some you know, some side turning, but I feel like it's just kind of like a threat, but not anything more than that. I'm really excited. I woke up, I kind of wasn't sure. I was hoping there was, checked everyone, no one has any marks, or checking their bottoms for bite marks or anything like that. Nothing there. And it's really great to see, because I think that at day 1 and we're eating with each other, so that's exciting. And that the boys are out together, so there's no real guarding of the food, and Twix had a little bit of that to start, but I think that's a good sign, just because it's like, okay, like if that's like your dominance, you know, I think we have a good shot of like, once you get comfortable and establish trust with your piggy mates, your roommates, then hopefully that will settle down, and it looks like it is. Not to say he definitely wants to be the boss. As you can see, Cappy's like, leave me alone. But that's okay, because, you know, these are boys, and boys have, I feel like, definitely have bolder personalities, you know, typically than the girls. You know, they're just a little bit more outspoken, I would say. You could see, like, as the hay hangs from, I put some covers just to kind of give them a little bit more security with the change. So I draped a fleece over their hay bin over there, and I put out plenty of hay and food, because I didn't want guarding of food to become a thing. And I actually just took off this one, because I'm about to clean out this cage yet again. Do some spot cleaning this morning. They really did trash the cage. There's so much hay in here that I didn't want anyone to feel like they didn't have a place where they could go and eat in case they felt scared, or they needed to hide or get away from the other, or stressed. So I wanted to make sure that there was always food available in like the places that they seem to be kind of gravitating to. So I didn't want anyone to be stressed or have any kind of weight loss for this transition. And I think so far it's been working out really well. I think sometimes putting some extra shelter or safe places just gives some security, and hopefully they'll learn to kind of be together in those places. And they gave multiple places. I did this corner, and I did this end of the cage and the other end of the cage. And you can see where Twix right now is, again, giving Cappy a little bit of a hard time. He's like, hey, I eat first, man. Me. You know, and then he's like, I want that hidey, because I'm the boss. And then, oh, yeah, okay, I'll leave you alone, because, yeah, that's what I'll do. And that's good to see that he definitely does back off. That's the big thing with the males, is that if they don't back off, you know, and someone has to back off to let the other you know, piggy do their thing, whether it's eating, sleeping, because then they get very aggressive. So it's kind of like understanding each other, building that trust. And Twixie's cleaning himself. That's a really good sign. Cappy is back to eating because it's like, I feel safe with this guy. You know, this is a good sign. You know, he's away. He's going to leave me alone and I'm going to eat. And, you know, I backed off and gave him some space. Like, yeah, you're the boss, whatever. And now he's back eating. So that's really a good sign. And that's what they do. You know, the dominant male will establish, like, no, me first, right? I get the best house, I get the first bites, I get what you want, you know, I take it away from you, or at least sample it first. And as long as, like, that's fine, that's typical behavior for guinea pigs, especially males, or any dominant herd leader. But as long as it's not to the point where they're not allowing the other piggy to eat, and that's why, to make this work a little bit better, just to safeguard in case that happens, I put like multiple food bowls and hay bowls in every direction and every point of the cage. So no matter where the piggy could go, there's a place for them to eat. So there's this kind of like hay feeding station. There is the middle hay / feeding station, and then the end / eating and station. So just plenty of options. So if Twix decided to chase or kind of dominate one, or give Bara kind of a hard time, then, Cappy could go and eat. He's distracted, or vice versa. I think it's kind of good that there are 3 pigs because he can't really chase all of them, and he's an older pig. Twix is probably about 2.5 to 3 years old. He has some nail curling, so he's poor guy. He's been through a lot. I could just tell by the way he presents. And then Cappy and Bara are like 8 or 9 months, so you know they're younger males. So, and they're both skittish because they were from a pet store and they were dumped in a dumpster and released and abandoned. And then rescued, and then I adopted them. So they haven't had a lot of interaction, and certainly that was a traumatic experience. So this group is doing great together. Super excited of the so far progression of things, and I'll keep you posted because you can see Twix is coming over here, and he's not like totally interfering with Cappy, so that's really good to see. He's kind of just giving him his space, and he's just kind of like, okay. And what's nice is he's making that chuttering, so it's not as aggressive. He has like kind of that curious chuttering, exploring sound, which is nice to hear. And I'll keep you guys updated. Everything looks good, right, Twixie? You like your new roommates? Yeah, I thought you would. Yeah, what about you, Cappy? You're a shy guy, so we'll have to keep you updated on that. Just making sure everyone stays happy and healthy. And Bara's the one I have to watch out for the most because he was the alpha. He's over here. He's eating. I think, you know, it's been a little hard on him, if anything, because he is the more dominant, and so Twix and him kind of go back and forth a little bit. But, you know, I think he's okay. He's doing good. He's a happy boy. They were out eating together, so Twix is rumble strutting, coming back. He might start in with Bara. Bara gives him some like little whimpers where it's like, nope, you know, I'm not gonna dominate you. I don't want to aggress. Like, you're the man. And Twix moved away to the hay, so that's good. So I just want to make sure that Bara doesn't get depressed or start to hide any more than he was, and those kinds of behaviors. I'm not taking these boys out because I don't want to disrupt the bonding. So I'm just going to clean out cages and keep you posted. And, you know, hopefully this looks really good. I've had males where I put together and it was just total teeth chattering and attacking, or outside for playtime. Baby is an amazing playmate. He'll let others mount him. He like doesn't even seem to care, and vice versa. He mounts others and it's like the handshake, but Unfortunately, as soon as you put him in that cage with that male, he is extremely territorial. I have tried with so many piggies, and he targets them and just will not let them eat, and he'll rest by the food and dart at them and just attack them. It's unfortunate because he's probably like one of the sweetest pigs that I have, and most gentle. So it's just how it is. And Fudgy is another very dominant and aggressive male. He's one that I think I could probably get a roommate with eventually. Twix and him might have been he's a little too dominant for Twix though. Yeah, he's really hard to put together. He's Abyssinian, so I hate to say he's like relentless, but it's kind of like Abyssinians have a tendency to be like energetic, high energy. He is relentless, so I would have to find an extremely submissive male. Maybe Cappy would be a good match for him, but I don't want to break up that duo. So they seem like they have a good relationship together. So yeah, so here's Fudgy, and maybe one day Fudgy will have a friend. Not sure, but definitely not another Abyssinian, I don't think. That's why Freddie and Fudgy, honestly, like just ridicule each other. Like they just taunt the heck out of each other because they just want to dominate each other, and they have such relentless, strong personalities. Like these are the mad humpers. These are like the major dominant, like non-stop, like they're not picking up the social cues. They don't back off. They're just like hump, 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 hump. So it takes a very special piggy to be with Freddie. I have two of them. Mushy, he's like super submissive and can't be bothered with it, so it works out really well. Like he's just like rumble strutting, yeah, just gonna remind you I'm the boss. And Mushy's like, yeah, I don't really care. No problem, dude, no problem. And then Fudgy, if he were to be out, he would just totally go back and forth over to Freddie's cage, and they just antagonize each other because they just want to dominate each other. So this is where we are in the boy land. So thanks everyone, that's my update. Sorry if I got off track giving you some info about the boys and why Fudgy and Baby are not bonded with another. They're singles, so they're next to Freddie and Moosh. Unfortunately, I have to keep a decent gap because there's a lot of cage biting, and they'll just pace back and forth. They're like relentless. And it just seems to be stressful. And then also with it being very close, Freddie gets to be super overly humpy to his roommates, and I don't want them to kind of really go through any more stress and be agitated or get mad, because I feel like this is a really good bonding three. So it's really great to have three boys together. Yeah, so thank you everyone, and I'll keep you posted, and we'll see what happens, as the world turns here with this piggy bonding. Woo -woo. All right, bye everyone. Fudgy, say bye. Bye.